Traveling later in life isn't about rushing from one attraction to another. It's about finding places where you can breathe, settle in, and let your curiosity unfold at its own gentle pace. Safety is the quiet foundation that allows every other joy to bloom. When you know that the trains will arrive on time, that the paths are well marked, that help is always within reach, you feel a freedom that's hard to describe. It isn't just about avoiding risk, it's about creating space for wonder. Picture yourself stepping off a clean, efficient train in Switzerland. The air is cool and clear, carrying a soft scent of pine from the nearby hills. Snow-dusted peaks stand tall in the distance, steady and reassuring. A ferry glides across the calm waters of Lake Lucerne, its reflection shimmering like silver. You walk along the promenade, pausing to watch swans drift lazily by. Everything feels thoughtfully arranged to keep you at ease. Even the smallest details, handrails along a trail, benches placed just where you need them, seem designed with care. A friend once told me about her first visit there. She had been nervous about traveling alone, unsure if she could keep up or find her way. But as she wandered through a quiet village, the cobblestones warm beneath the afternoon sun, she realized how simple it all felt. "I didn't expect to feel this free," she said, her voice calm, almost surprised. That moment stayed with her, proof that safety isn't a barrier to adventure, it's the very thing that lets adventure blossom. If you've ever wished for a trip where everything flows smoothly, where you can focus on the view instead of the worry, consider destinations that prize care and stability. Choosing them doesn't limit your sense of discovery, it amplifies it. It lets you lean fully into each moment, confident that the world will meet you halfway. And just when you think you found the perfect balance between comfort and exploration, there's always another hidden haven waiting to be revealed. When you picture a place where calm seems woven into every detail, the far north often comes to mind. There is a softness in those landscapes, a quiet that reaches past the surface and settles somewhere deep inside you. Iceland, with its name that suggests frost and fire, surprises visitors with a warmth that has little to do with temperature. It's in the way people greet you with an easy smile, in the tidy streets where even the smallest house feels cared for, in the way time seems to stretch gently instead of rushing forward. Imagine arriving in Reykjavik on a crisp morning. The light is pale, almost pearly, and the air carries a hint of the sea. Cafes open slowly, the scent of fresh bread drifting out to meet you. There is no need to hurry. You find yourself strolling along the harbor, watching fishing boats rock lazily against the docks. A mural brightens the side of a shop, splashes of color against the soft gray sky. Everything about the moment tells you it's safe to let your shoulders drop, to let the world slow to your own pace. Leave the city and the stillness grows deeper. Beyond the horizon, steam curls from hot springs tucked into rocky hillsides. You sink into the warm water, feeling the tension slide from your back as snow patches gleam on distant slopes. The only sounds are the quiet bubbling of the spring and the wind brushing past. Here, safety is more than low crime or clear roads. It's a sense of being gently held by the landscape itself, of knowing you can explore without fear. Many travelers say they arrive in Iceland hoping for scenery and leave with something more, a calm they didn't know they needed. If you've ever dreamed of travel that restores as much as it excites, this northern haven might be your perfect beginning. There is a special kind of tranquility waiting in Asia, tucked into places where tradition and kindness blend so naturally that every visitor feels welcomed. Japan, in particular, has a way of wrapping you in quiet assurance the moment you arrive. From the spotless platforms of its railway stations to the soft hush of its gardens, everything seems designed to make you feel at ease. Even the rhythm of daily life carries a gentleness, as though the whole country has agreed to honor calm as a shared value. Picture stepping off a smooth, efficient train in Kyoto. The doors slide open without a jolt, and a faint aroma of green tea drifts through the air. Outside, streets are lined with tidy wooden houses, their sliding doors opening to reveal warm interiors. Along a nearby path, cherry blossoms sway above a clear canal, petals drifting like small boats. You pause to watch them, breathing in the faint sweetness carried on the breeze. Each detail feels intentional, an unspoken promise that you can wander safely, that you have all the time you need. Later, you might find yourself in a quiet tea house, a ceramic cup warming your hands. Through an open window, koi fish stir the water beneath a stone bridge. The host bows slightly as she places another tray nearby, her movements steady and respectful. There is no rush here, only an invitation to notice how secure and cared for you feel. A retired teacher once told me that she felt her invisible worries melt away as soon as she set foot on Japanese soil. She hadn't expected such a deep calm, yet there it was, waiting. If you have ever longed for travel that soothes as much as it delights, Japan may be the gentle companion you've been searching for. It's a reminder that safety is not just about locks or rules. It can also live in the kindness of strangers, the clarity of a sign, the quiet order of a place that wants you to enjoy every step. Sometimes the most comforting journeys are the ones that feel both familiar and full of possibility. Canada offers that balance with ease, wrapping wide landscapes and welcoming towns in a calm, steady rhythm. It is a country built for travelers who enjoy taking their time, for those who want to see the world without feeling hurried or unsettled. From its rugged coasts to its quiet inland trails, everything invites you to slow down, breathe deeply, and simply be present. Imagine arriving in Quebec City on a soft autumn morning. The cobblestone streets still glisten from an early rain, and the scent of freshly baked bread drifts from a cafe nearby. You hear the faint sound of church bells as you walk along narrow lanes lined with stone houses. There is history in every curve of the road, yet the atmosphere is light, welcoming. Locals greet you with gentle smiles, happy to offer directions or share a favorite spot for coffee. Even if you wander without a plan, you never feel lost. The streets themselves seem to guide you kindly forward. Farther west, the calm deepens among the mountain ranges of British Columbia and Alberta. Picture yourself standing beside a turquoise lake in Banff, the water so clear it mirrors the peaks above. Wooden benches sit in just the right places, inviting you to pause and soak in the view. Trails wind through pines, their needles releasing a clean, sweet fragrance as the breeze stirs. Here, safety is woven into the landscape in the clear signage, the well-kept paths, the sense that someone has thoughtfully prepared a place for you to enjoy at your own rhythm. Canada's vastness never feels overwhelming. Instead, it stretches out like an open hand. Whether you are exploring its maritime shores, strolling through lively farmers markets, or resting by a quiet riverbank, there's an underlying reassurance that lets you truly savor the moment. If you've ever wished for travel that feels like both discovery and homecoming, these gentle shores and classic paths may be exactly where you belong. There is a certain magic along the southern edge of Europe, where the sun lingers a little longer and every breeze carries a hint of salt from the sea. Portugal welcomes travelers with a warmth that feels instantly familiar, as though you've stepped into a place that has been waiting quietly just for you. Its charm is gentle rather than loud, offering a slower rhythm that invites you to wander without a plan, to let curiosity guide your steps through sunlit streets and along calm riverbanks. Imagine starting your day in Lisbon, the city still stretching awake beneath a soft morning glow. Trams painted in cheerful yellows glide slowly up the hills, their bells ringing with an easy friendliness. The air smells faintly of fresh bread and roasted coffee drifting from tiny bakeries tucked between pastel-colored buildings. As you stroll through narrow lanes, the cobblestones feel cool and steady beneath your shoes, each turn revealing a quiet square or a terrace where locals sip espresso and watch the world go by. There is no rush here. The city seems to encourage you to savor each detail. Journey north to Porto, and you find a riverside that seems made for evening walks. The Douro sparkles in the fading light as boats slide gently across its surface. Cafes spill soft music into the air, and lanterns flicker against old stone walls. Sitting at an outdoor table, you taste a flaky pastry still warm from the oven, its sweetness mingling with the scent of the river. The moment is simple, yet it feels complete. A reminder that safety and serenity can be found in places that welcome you like an old friend. Venture farther into Portugal's countryside, and the calm grows even deeper. Rolling hills dotted with olive trees stretch toward the horizon, their leaves rustling softly in the breeze. Small villages greet you with open doors and thoughtful nods, offering meals prepared with care and stories told with pride. Here, travel becomes less about ticking off sights and more about allowing yourself to settle into the rhythm of a kind and steady land. If you have been searching for a destination where peace and discovery walk hand in hand, Portugal may be the gentle answer. Its sunlit alleys, coastal whispers, and timeless hospitality invite you to trust the journey, to find joy in moments that ask nothing more than your presence. As our journey draws to a close, take a quiet breath and let the images settle in your mind. Picture the places we've explored together: Switzerland's serene lakes wrapped in mountain shadows, Iceland's warm springs steaming beneath a silver sky, Japan's delicate blossoms falling onto clear canals, Canada's calm trails winding through evergreen forests, and Portugal's sunlit streets opening to the sea. Each destination carries its own promise, yet all share one simple truth. They are gentle spaces where you can move at your own pace and feel entirely at ease. Travel in later years is not about racing to see everything. It's about choosing moments that speak to the heart. It's walking a little slower so you can notice the colors of a morning sky. It's tasting food prepared with patience, listening to stories told with warmth, and letting quiet corners invite you to stay a little longer. Safety is the quiet companion that makes these experiences possible. When you know you're cared for, you can lean into discovery with confidence, opening yourself to beauty without a hint of hurry. Think of the memories waiting to be made: a sunrise over calm water, the first sip of tea in a peaceful garden, laughter shared with new friends on a riverside promenade. These are the kinds of treasures that last long after the suitcase is unpacked. They remind us that adventure doesn't fade with age. It simply takes on a richer, more comforting shape. So as you imagine your next chapter, let these safe and welcoming places guide you forward. Let them whisper that it's never too late to explore, never too late to let the world surprise you with its kindness. Choose the spot that calls to you. Prepare lightly and step out with a steady heart. Somewhere out there, a calm path is waiting, ready to carry you toward moments of peace, wonder, and quiet joy, moments that belong only to you.